Hey Switchheads, we have made it to 250 subscribers. Thank you very much everybody. And if you haven't subscribed yet, please think about doing so. Join the Switchhead family. And I have even made a Discord for us, link below. Come chat with us about gaming and other things. We're all a friendly bunch. And 2021 looks like a great year for gaming so far on the Nintendo Switch with 2 5 out of 5 games already. And so let's get into my review of Zotrix Starglider, a 1 to 2 player arcade space shooter inspired by early shooter games on arcade machines from the 80s and early 90s. And let's get into it, shall we? Well, from the actual menu system, you can say it is actually 1 to 2 players. Sadly, I didn't have a second player to play with. There's a full set of achievements within this game as well, which is pretty darn cool. And within the game, it also has loads of power-ups, a dive mechanic, which you dive underneath the ship so you can't get hurt. Controls are pretty darn simple, and let's actually just get into the game, shall we? Okay, so from the top left you have your number of lives, your energy gauge, and your power-ups of various different ones. And when you pick them up, there's things like double shooting and extra lives and things like that. A lot more than I actually thought would be in this game. And then we've got our score, and don't forget this game comes with global leaderboards, which is a must for something like this, as it's a score chaser as well. And then finally we've just got the level that we're actually on. So immediately after starting this game, you suddenly realise that you're not static, you're not stuck with just the lower end of the screen. You can actually move anywhere you want within the screen, making that dive button not only useful but damn right necessary. There seems to be a good variety of actual enemies, small as they are, and also you get like meteorites and things like that in your way, which is a even nicer touch. And at the end of each stage you also get an ender level boss type things, and also you get to unlock new ships as you go along. Graphically it seems okay. I found the sprites were a little bit too small. It just didn't feel like they were big enough or jumped out of the screen. I like the effect of the dive, that was pretty cool. There seemed to be an okay variety of actual enemies, but everything seemed to be kind of like just the same-ish, if that makes sense. And I think this is due to the fact that everything being so small on the screen. Sound wise, I thought it was okay. I wasn't really into the sound as much as everything else, but they kind of like did the job, and it was almost reminiscent of the days where I used to play these things in the arcade. The control seemed okay, and it ran well on the TV and on handheld, although in handheld the graphics looked even smaller, which didn't really help. Now that's not to say I didn't have fun within this game, because it did bring back some good old memories, and it had some nice little touches like the asteroids and the fact that you're not stuck at the bottom of the screen. It did feel a bit odd to start with, because I kept on forgetting that you can actually aim multi-directional, so I kept on aiming up screen where I could have actually been aiming to the sides as well. But after a while I did get into it, and it got a lot better. The good. The visuals were actually nice, it was just the fact that they were a little bit small. There was an alright variety of actual enemies there. The dive mechanic was certainly a change of pace from what I'm normally playing with these, and also the fact that you can fire in multiple directions. A good array of achievements and online leaderboards certainly help out immensely. The bad. I wasn't a great fan of the sound of the game, which is not to say that I hated it, I just felt I didn't resonate with it properly for some unknown reason. As I said, the graphics were nice, but they were way too small. Everything was tiny to me, which meant that when I was playing in handheld I had a problem and I had to go and put my glasses on. I felt like some of the power-ups were kind of like not different enough. There wasn't that much of a variety of them. The score. Well, I rate games out of 5, and I'm going to give Zotrix Starglider a good old 3 out of 5. A little bit over average star shooter. It has some nice touches, a few nice little enhancements to the old school genre, and it felt different enough to draw me back in for the score chasing and the leaderboards. It was just marred by a few little setbacks, but by no means are they complete game breakers. And so what are your thoughts? It's your turn. Go leave a comment down below. Don't forget to join our Discord, link down below as well. And while you're at it, hit that like and subscribe button. Become a member of this growing lovely community. that's just passionate about gaming and the Nintendo Switch, because life is better when we switch together.